Rumors are that allegedly Real Housewives of Atlanta fans are upset over the new direction of the show. What's going on? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Real Housewives of Atlanta fans are upset over the direction of the show. What's going on? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Real Housewives of Atlanta producers may have finally ended Real Housewives of Atlanta for good. The source said, Real Housewives of Atlanta fans are extremely upset over this new development. Fans are worried that Real Housewives of Atlanta producers simply have no clue as to what they are doing. This is bad, the source continued. Fans are tired of the messiness and the mixed messaging from the network and producers. Everything about season 16 has been a complete mess. From the new cast rollout to the lack of storylines and interesting cast members and cast dynamics, everything reads rushed and out of control, ended the source. Another source said, with this new development, the entire season needs to be scrapped and put on hold. Nothing seems to be working. So the question is, what is the new development that has Real Housewives of Atlanta fans super upset and ready to throw in the towel? Well, allegedly, the majority of Real Housewives of Atlanta fans are extremely upset with the return of Phaedra Parks to the franchise. Fans feel betrayed by the network and producers by their decision to suspend Kenya but welcome Phaedra back with open arms when she allegedly did something equally or worse than what Kenya allegedly did. What the network and Bravo are lacking the most of right now, said the source, is credibility, and fans know it. Producers are scrambling to save this season and making all the wrong decisions. In doing so, they are jeopardizing the future of the show. The source continued, by ignoring the fans and by not being transparent with certain decisions, the network and producers have left fans no other choice but to jump ship. One fan commented, the Real Housewives of Atlanta ship has officially hit the ocean's floor in regards to Phaedra returning. All sources agree that bringing Phaedra back was a sign of desperation, and one that may cause them to lose the last bit of loyal followers that they have left tuning in each week for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, kinfolk, this is some new information that's come in about the fallout for the return of Phaedra Parks back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, kinfolk, I think I've made my position about this situation somewhat clear. And, I don't think it is the best thing for the franchise to do in terms of its credibility. So that part I do understand. But I also understand that this season has to be saved some way or another, and they're trying to pull out all the stops in order to save it. So bringing Phaedra back and going against all their moral code of conduct rules is what they have to do in order to save this season and save all of the money that they have drained into the franchise. Then I guess I can understand why they're doing it. But kinfolk, it's another part of this rumor that I do find incredibly factual, and I can see happening day by day, and it's this. Real Housewives of Atlanta producers are definitely losing their credibility with the audience. Fans are not excited about Phaedra returning, but more so than anything, they are upset by the fact of it seems to be this lack of moral compass. When Kenya was allegedly suspended for some actions that happened in her grand opening of her salon, many people thought that, Kenya may have gone on a bridge too far. Now, after the aftermath of all of that, we realized that the things that Kenya allegedly done actually may not have even taken place. And it may have just been some things that could have taken place that would just stop before it happened. Now, with that being said, fans also saw that the reasoning behind Kenya's alleged suspension was due to her breaking some type of code or conduct rules, was even more surprising because fans pointed out that across all franchises, there have been women, their husbands or significant others, and cast members who have done things that have been worse than what Kenya allegedly did, but were welcomed back with open arms and even given more money for their return. So the credibility of Real Housewives of Atlanta fans was already low, right? And it was already sinking. And to quote what the fans said about the show, the credibility that the producers have with the fans has officially hit the ocean's floor. Because at this point, it seems as if that there is no more compass when it comes to producing Real Housewives of Atlanta. It just seems that people are making decisions on what best fits them day by day. So I can see why a lot of people are frustrated and why the credibility with the audience and fans is at an all-time low. Now, kinfolk, the next thing I want to say about this whole Phaedra return and why I think fans are upset about it is this. Phaedra coming back, to me, is a wrong move simply because it does not fit the narrative that I think that the show is trying to go in. And so fans, I think, are also realizing that. It seems as if that the show is really going into a younger dynamic or a younger demographic, which is completely fine. However, now that you're bringing back Phaedra, I think a lot of fans are frustrated because now you're bringing back Phaedra, so it seems as if you're not trying to go in the route of a younger, all new revamped cast, but you just really want to play on the existing followers and fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta and their nostalgia for the golden days of the franchise. So if that is your move and your play, then why not bring Nene back? Or why not go and do what you need to do with Candy to bring Candy back? Because clearly it's not something they're trying to do in order to reboot an entire franchise. Because bringing someone back who is somewhat of a relic of the past of Real Housewives of Atlanta, who left out an egregious alleged lie that was told, and you're bringing her back to what is supposed to be a completely new reboot cast, this doesn't make sense. And again, it just flies in the face of logic for a lot of fans. If you're going to bring Phaedra back, you might as well just go all out and bring back Nene, bring back Kenya, and while you at it, make amends with Candy and bring Candy back as well. Even though Candy says she does not want to be on the show with Phaedra, but there are other housewives you can bring back and you can reboot it in a different image. So fans are very confused at what it is that the producers are trying to do, but in the producers' confusions of casting, it is really just casting a very negative shadow over all their decisions and the upcoming season. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor I think will really help producers out, will help the network out if they do this, and it's this. Producers really need to clarify what is going on with Kenya. Kenya has been on an alleged suspension for alleged adult content leak that the network is allegedly saying never took place, and it was never their messaging, even though that people believe that all the leaks were coming from production and the network in regarding Kenya and the whole Britney Edith situation. So fans really need clarity on that, and I think that the producers and the network don't want to give fans clarity on it because they're going to read through the BS and see that Kenya probably was let go for very superficial ego reasons, and that it may just read as if they don't like Kenya and they don't want her back. I do realize that when Kenya decided to lawyer up, a lot of the narrative around the reason why she was let go started to change and people started to backpedal. And so I think that this would have been a great opportunity for them to clear their name and their relationship up with Kenya. However, it shows that what they did to Kenya probably was very egregious, not fair, and ill-advised and thought out. And they don't want fans to know that because they feel like fans will probably leave in droves. Which doesn't make sense now because bringing Phaedra back, fans are going to leave in droves anyway, simply because it seems as if it is a two-way street and different rules for different sets of people. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Phaedra coming back really is a bad move for the franchise and the network? Or do you think that they're just desperate and they bringing Phaedra back just to say what they can of the franchise? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, Kim Folk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over in the next one. Peace.